is Friday night, hangout, creating our stories, piece by piece. This is Friday night, hangout, creating our stories, piece by piece. Exploring limitless opportunities, illuminate our path, amplify our impact. Oh, it's Friday night hangout. Ooh, it's Friday night hangout. It's safe space for ideation.
Are you feeling stuck in your business, professional or personal life? Or are you struggling to find purpose and direction? Imagine having a clear sense of direction, achieving your goals, and living a fulfilling life. Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult is here to help you. We will work with you to identify your strengths, overcome obstacles, and develop a personalized plan to achieve your dreams. With our coaching and consulting services, you will gain clarity, confidence, and the tools you need to succeed. Do not let fear, lack of clarity, or doubt hold you back any longer. Take the first step towards achieving your goals and living your best life. Contact Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult today. Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult, empowering you to reach your full potential. Call, SMS, or WhatsApp +234 704 229 1171. Or you can visit our website www.joyonyesohcoachingconsult.com. Hey, welcome to another interesting episode of Friday Night Hangout. I'm your host, Joy Onyesoh, and I'm always excited to welcome you into our conversations. And so tonight we're going to be having a conversation on investing in dreams, turning passions into purpose. And tonight marks the last episode in our conversation on Invest in Her. We do know that this month is the International Women's Month, and it's just been a whole lot of activities celebrating women, commemorating, various milestones women have taken, and looking at the gaps and ways of closing that gap. So if this is your first time coming in here, you're in the right place. Welcome. This is Friday Night Hangout. In this space, we have conversations on topical issues which help us to grow our personal brands, our professional brand, and of course, our business as well. So if you're here, it's not a waste. Make out time to watch previous episode. And you can always join us or subscribe to the Friday Night Hangout YouTube channel. Even follow us on Facebook, Friday Night Hangout, or even our YouTube Power Woman TV channel. So you could watch previous episodes of Friday Night Hangout. Now we're talking on investing in dreams, turning passions into purpose. How do you turn your passion into purpose? Whoa, that's deep. And I want you to think about this. Is there a time, or is that your current situation where you have carried for a long time this dream in your heart, and you feel that it's not yet time for you to act on it? You keep saying, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm waiting for time to be right. I'm going to take action. Now, you're not alone in this. I've gone through that phase, and I know a number of us are sitting on this table where we're waiting for the right time, we're waiting for the right environment, we're waiting for something to happen to make it perfect for us to bet that dream. Now, the question we want to ask is, why many women delay their dreams? Why do we keep delaying our dreams? And then what is the cost of ignoring purpose? But before we go further into this, I want us to unpack what it means when we talk about dreams. When you talk about dreams, it could be the image you have when you go to bed and all of that. It has a broader context. But for the purpose of this conversation, when we talk about dreams, we're talking about the goals or aspirations, something you hope to achieve, the results you hope to get, right? That goal you've set for yourself, that aspiration you have for the future. Now, that is the dream we're talking about. Why do we delay taking action in trying to achieve our dreams? And why, especially, do women do this? Now, there are a number of reasons why this could happen, and it's not a case of one size fitting everyone, right? Because we have a different background, different things that we go through. But primarily because in our climb, women are the nurturers, women are the caregivers. You find out that during the productive years, when a woman is married, she's dealing with, nurturing her little children, taking care of the home, trying to earn an income for herself and sustain the family. It becomes very difficult for a woman to, put all of these things together. And then, because of the stereotypes and the environment we live in, what she does is to put her own dream aside, put her needs at the background, and focus on that of herself or her family. And when you listen to different women sharing their story, it's almost the same story, one woman after the other. It takes an unusual courage for you as the woman during your productive years to keep pushing on. And when you do, you will find yourself going through what I call the guilt trip, right? Where you feel, oh, am I doing something wrong? Why did I leave my children at home? Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because of the conditioning that has happened in the environment and in the society we live in, where you are meant to keep everything about yourself behind, leave yourself behind, and then focus on the family and push everyone forward. It comes at a great cost. And a lot of women get to know the cost much later on in their lives when time would have been lost. It doesn't mean it can't be redeemed, but then a whole lot of things must have happened. So the conversation tonight on investing in the dream, turning your purpose, your passion into purpose, is to spur you into action. Like if you're that woman watching me tonight and you're on the table where you have consistently left yourself behind, you have consistently ignored that nudge in you to move forward with your dream one step at a time, then take this as a sign that it's time you get up and start doing something with yourself. I will share you a short story. I share with you a short story about a dream that required courage or purpose to start. And one key thing about starting something new is it comes with its own level of fear, its own level of doubt. Am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right direction? I recall when I started this coaching consult, Joy Onyesoh coaching consult. In fact, it started with the Friday night hangout. Then it was my phone, and I would stack my books behind it, and I would use that as a stand, right? And it started during the COVID period. That was March 2020. I had just come in from the US. I was under quarantine, having been in a place, traveled, and all of that. I was just thinking, I was sleeping, I was beginning to feel, lonely and all of that. I was like, what can I do now? Nobody was traveling, no one was visiting. And I said, why don't I start the Friday night hangout? That's how this show started, actually, the Friday night hangout. And I started first with a group of friends. So we decided to have virtual dinner. We agreed on the color of dresses to wear, the meals to cook. We all dressed, and then each one in his own space. We were having a meal, we were talking, chatting, laughing, and it felt so good. It felt very connected. From that experience, I said to myself, yes, I could do something else. I can connect us no matter where we are. And we started the Friday night hangout. So where we get to hang out virtually, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter the part of the globe you are in. You can always tune in to watch this program. It took a lot of courage to do that. Now, the purpose was actually to connect when we started. But when the COVID ended, During that period, there was a lot of other online programs that started because, of course, we were all there. The only thing we had was the internet to connect ourselves. It was a time of great despair, great uncertainty. No one knew what would happen next. And a number of us lost loved ones, friends, and all of that. When COVID ended, post-COVID, the question was, should I continue? I saw programs after programs that started during the COVID shutting down. But then the purpose now shifted from just connectivity to a space where we can all come to learn. We can all come to sharpen our skills. We can also come to share. And that marked the new season of the Friday Night Hangout. And this is where we're today, right here in our own studio, our own equipment, doing our own thing. And I'm super proud of how far we have come. And so I don't know about you. I don't know what you're struggling with, because our struggles are unique. Our struggles are very real, are valid. But I want to tell you that it requires courage for you to step in. It doesn't mean that you would not doubt. It doesn't mean that you would not be afraid. One of the things I told myself was that even if it's just one person showing up, then I'm still serving purpose, right? And that's what I want you to tell yourself. Just show up. There are people who you are meant to serve. You mustn't get it all right. It's going to 6 years, right? And we've just been trying to fix it. We've been making a lot of growth changes. We're making some tweakings here and there to get us to where we are today. And we didn't just start this way. So, of course, there are going to be times where you even doubt if you're safe, but just keep moving forward. That is the message today. You have to invest in your dreams. I want you to understand that your dreams are very powerful. Your dreams give your life direction. There is a connection between your passion and the impact. It's difficult to show up, to be consistent if you're not passionate about what you do. And once you recognize that passion is what ignites how you show up and all of that, you will take what is there to heart very seriously. Show up and doing what you've been called to do. Now, like I said earlier on, our dreams are often delayed for a number of things. We're afraid to show up because we don't even want to fail. No one wants to be called a failure. But listen, if you could redefine the meaning of failure, you understand that failure is actually the building block of success. So you shouldn't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are important. They are learning curves. They enable you to tweak that thing, learn the lessons, and keep moving on stronger, more experienced, and, more knowledgeable as how to do certain things. There was going to be that desire to compare. Oh, this person is doing this person is doing that. And if you're not fully anchored, you will find yourself flip-flopping. You're jumping from here, this idea to that idea. You're not giving it time to manifest. So this is to you if you consistently find yourself comparing, consistently find that you're self-sabotaging. Let me tell you this. You're uniquely you. Your abilities are different. And there is something unique about you that is required to birth that dream. So don't compare with anybody else, because you are just you. Any other version of you is a copycat. So you're uniquely you, and you're in a journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Now, while we're on this, there is need for you to ensure that you build your capacity by getting the required support. Sometimes what you need is to get deep clarity and understanding of how to navigate that new pathway or that new season. And this is where you need to invest. You need to invest in getting the right kind of skill set. You need to invest in getting the knowledge. You might need to invest in equipment. You might need to invest in time. So there's an investment requirement actually for you to get the returns on investment, right? So you must invest something to get what you want. The theme for this year's International Women's Month says give to gain. You must give something to gain what it is you want to get. And that's how life is. And that's why it's called return on investment. You must invest something. Now, don't go anywhere. Stay with me here. As we take a break, one place where you can get that support of clarity is the She Speaks Summit. And I want to invite you in. Registration is open now. Just don't go anywhere. Stay here. And I'll be right back as we conclude this. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. And that's the She Speaks Summit. It's been happening in the last 8 years. This is going to be the ninth year. And the theme for this year is Unlocking Potential, Achieving Excellence. It's happening right here in Enugu, June 25th to 27th. Now, we have three classes of registration. We have the VIP, we have the regular, and then we have the student registration. Now, for the VIP, you're going to have 3 days of immersive experience. The first day, June 25th, is completely dedicated to our VIPs. There you get the opportunity of participating in the Coach Elevate Leadership Program, where you get a certification that is globally recognized. You can also use it for your continuing education in the Global Female Stability Institute, or you could also use it in the Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult. So you have a certification that is not just paper, but has a word to it, among so many other things. Then you could do the regular registration, which is for 2 days, 26th and 27th. And we have the student registration, of course, opens you up to 2 days of an immersive experience. And this year, we have something new, something beautiful. We are also going to be having women entrepreneurs pitch their businesses for an opportunity to win 3 months of free coaching sessions plus a media kit package. Yes. But this is only open to people who are registered for the summit. So you want more information, use the link in the comment section, go through, and you'll be glad that you registered for this summit. Now we continue our conversation on investing in your dreams. One of the things you can do to turn your passion into purpose is to reframe your mindset about your dreams. Now, when you have that self-doubt coming up saying, what if you fail? And giving you a lot of reasons why you could fail. And this is where investing becomes very important. You have to invest in knowledge. I want you to research those who have done so well in that sector you want to go in, or you're in already and you want to expand in. Look at people who have done beautiful things. You would see people who are succeeding. You need to feed yourself such positive stories. You need to open yourself up to, learning and embracing growth. One of the things we're very lazy about doing oftentimes is reading, trying to upskill, trying to get new knowledge. And I want to tell you that one thing about growth is that it is very intentional. Now, your passion is that thing that drives you, that motivates you, that gives you focus, while your purpose is not just, what you're called to do, but also the impact you create as a result of what you do, right? So you want to turn your passion, the skills you have, the knowledge you have, the motivation you have, and turn it into something that is impactful, and that becomes your purpose. You need to work with your mindset. Your mindset is one of the most powerful transformative tools that God has blessed you with. It is so huge. There is so much you can do with it. So one of the major things you want to do is to drop that limiting mindset and embrace the growth mindset, where you see and understand there are options, there are possibilities before you, and you will not allow that obstacle to define who you are. You want to start taking small but intentional steps. You can use the divide and conquer rule. When you take that big task, get your action plan, and your action plan tells you what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it. And you unpack what you need to do into smaller tasks so that you're able to achieve it within certain time frames. Sometimes you get overwhelmed because you don't understand how to do certain things. So learn and then take consistent action. It's better you show up every day for 2 hours than to show up once a week for 5 hours. So consistency is also key. Now, you want to seek for guidance and you want to belong to a community. This is where the She Speaks Summit becomes very important. We've had a lot of impactful stories. It's a community that you can embrace. It's a community that can spur you into soaring as high as you want to go. You have peers hold your hands. You have expert coaches and professionals take you through different aspects of personal branding and even growing your business. Now I want to ask you, what is one step you want to take this week as the result of this conversation we've had towards your dream? What is one thing you want to do? And you know what I will always say? It's not just writing it. I want you to put a time frame. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? and when are you going to do it? So that when we come up next week, you will tell me what it is, and we're going to celebrate you for taking that step. So next week, we're going to celebrate all of you who has taken a step. So if you want to hold yourself accountable and you feel confident to do that, put it in the chat box so we know what you're committing to doing. And when we come back next week, Friday, you will tell us exactly what you can do. So I see you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to put the hashtag Friday Night Hangout, hashtag Friday Night Hangout, hashtag Friday Night Hangout with Joy Onyesoh. You put it in there, hashtag invest in her. So put all of these hashtags and don't forget to share with your friends and invite them. Next week is going to be an interesting time. So what have we discussed today? We have discussed the importance of investing in that dream, that goal of yours, that aspiration of yours. We have looked at some of the reasons why, as women, we ignore ourselves, we ignore our dreams, we leave our dreams behind, and we focus on family because of the conditioning, because of the stereotypes and all of that. But I want to tell you something tonight, and that is your dreams are valid. Your purpose requires action. Small steps lead to big transformation. So I want to encourage you tonight that you should write down one dream you've been postponing. Take one bold step this weekend. Support another woman's dream. And next week, we're going to celebrate you for doing this. I want to appreciate you, my dear Friday Night Hangout community. Without you, this program would not be here. Thank you for always joining in. Thank you for always inviting in your friends, for sharing. And thank you for the feedback you give to us. We keep making this show go better and better. So tell us one thing you want us to do, one conversation you want us to have on Friday Night Hangout, and we'll just let us know what area do you want us to talk on in the month of April. What do you want us to discuss? What would you like us to discuss in the month of April? So thank you, everyone. And thank you to my team working behind the scene to make this possible. I look forward to seeing you all next week, Friday. And don't forget that the She Speaks Summit is open. Registration is open. And I look forward to hosting you in Enugu Coal City. Bye for now and see you next week, Friday.